Hi guys, my name is Nicole, and in this video I'll be talking about how emotions shape the surfaces of individual and collective bodies. First, let's start off with the definition of emotion. From Webster's Dictionary, emotion is a natural, instinctive state of mind, deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or a relationship with others. Emotions are something that we go through on a daily basis. It can be influenced by many different things. In one of our ratings by Sarah Ahmed, she states that to be emotional is to have one's judgment affected. It is to be reactive rather than active, dependent rather than autonomous. In our society, we are taught at a very young age that men and women are supposed to show their emotions differently, which they do. Growing up, boys were never allowed to show any types of emotions, such as crying, because they were raised to be strong and dominant, and crying is a sign of weakness and it makes them soft. I remember growing up in my household, my brother would always get in trouble. And a result in that, he would get spanked and he would start crying. Once he started crying, my father quickly started yelling at him, like, "Why are you crying? You're not supposed to be crying. You're a man. Men don't cry. Only little girls cry. Like, what are you, a little girl?" Like, he would just yell at him just because he would cry. An emotion that is natural to everyone. But yet, because he was a boy, he was not allowed to cry, or he would not necessarily get punished, but he would be that you can't show that emotion. And I'm pretty sure, like, my dad grew up like that, so that's the only thing he knew, that men aren't supposed to show this side of them. And I look back and see, like, that can be very, like, damaging to a little boy, that he's not allowed to show this emotion. So they grow up and they don't show this emotion towards anybody because that's how they're taught. But because me being a girl growing up, I was allowed to cry. I was allowed to do or show every type of emotion that I wanted because I was a girl. I remember I wouldn't get punished crying because they would comfort me. And that was because that's what little girls did. They cried and that was okay. And that's what we're supposed to do. And now, day and age, women are considered emotional beings. And it's not because it's in our nature, but it's in a sense that we're taught this at a young age, that it was okay to be emotional or anything like that. One emotion that Sarah Ahmed mentions and goes into detail is disgust. The term disgust, by definition, is the emotion that expresses a reaction to things that are considered dirty, revolting, contagious, and inedible. Disgust can be an instinctual or socially constructed. With time, disgust evolved into a common response to tasting, smelling, touching, seeing, even imagining. Even just looking at someone's facial expressions, you can tell that they're disgusted if they're like, or like not certain about something. They're just, ew, or they just, you can just see it in their face. When I say that disgust can be socially taught, I mean that society plays a big part in this. We often times see in social media or in the media specifically targeting women's bodies. And the people that are targeting these women say things like they're too fat, or they have cottage cheese, or she has stretch marks, or bad skin, or naming every little flaw that women have. And these things can be portrayed as disgusting. And when you hear these things over and over in the media, especially on social media, and all these things being criticized on a woman's body, it's hard not to start believing these things that society has made to be disgusting. You can't, it's hard not to go on someone's picture and not find someone being negative towards them because her hair is not long enough, or she's not tan, or anything like that. So when you keep hearing things like this in society, it's hard not to believe that, or that you start believing that maybe it is disgusting, like maybe I need a change or something like that. I remember when I was younger, I had a friend, and she would point out every little detail, or every one of my flaws in pictures. I know that in pictures she would be, oh, your face looks a little big in this one, or you look really white, or oh, your teeth look yellow, or something like stupid, like, I don't know, something like that. Just because she believed that what society thinks is beautiful, or she would just tell me these things. And I remember thinking, like, maybe I'm like ugly, maybe I'm too fat, I shouldn't be taking pictures or anything like that. But I realized that everything that someone will always have something to say about you, regardless. But it's really up to you if you let it affect you and it'll affect your life. Just because society doesn't think you're beautiful or anything like that doesn't mean that you should give into that and give into that because that's not right. But thanks for watching, and again, sorry for being a little awkward. I'm not really used to this, but again, thanks for watching.